NWF Army. I'm Sean Bossman along with Nate the Snake Pelly, and we just witnessed Thunderdome. An incredible night it was.
It was an incredible night here at Thunderdome in Fairfield, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. We saw so many incredible things happen, and the NWF Army is still buzzing over Thunderdome and all the ramifications of what transpired here tonight. Speaking of things that transpired here tonight, what about the situation involving the everyday players? Brody Cormack and Big League, they've been one of the most dominant tag teams the Northern Wrestling Federation has seen in a long time, but lately, they just haven't been on the same page, boss man.
They have not been on the same page. They've been arguing about who's the team leader or something, and it looks like it's just only going to continue to boil over.
Once again here tonight, that arguing, that miscommunication resulted in the everyday players losing a big tag team matchup to Christopher Michael Lotus and Dustin Jobs. Well, when we return here May the 20th, we're going to find out who the real team leader is. Because after that matchup, Brody Cormack and Big League, they were going nose-to-nose, face-to-face, talking about who the team leader was. What's going to happen on May the 20th is we're going to see Brody Cormack go one-on-one with Big League, and the winner of that matchup, boss man, will in fact be the captain, the leader, call it what you will, numero uno on the everyday players. But that wasn't the only big thing we saw here tonight.
Not at all.
Speaking of big things, nothing gets any bigger than the clash between Chiron and the big swinger Jake.
Over the top rope rules, we saw it. They've been feuding for a long time. Royal Rumbles, Battle Royals, they've been throwing each other over. Tonight it was official, and Chiron managed to get the big swinger over the top rope, but Jake got Chiron over first. The referee was unconscious, and Chiron snuck back in, threw big swinger over, and Chiron is your official winner.
Chiron may have been the official winner. The referee's decision is final, but after the match, it was Jerry Fitzgerald coming down to ringside trying to communicate to the referee about exactly what transpired. What's going to happen when we return here May the 20th? We're going to see Chiron go one-on-one with Big Jake once again, only this time the special guest referee is going to be Jerry Fitzgerald. Lots of great stuff going on here tonight in the Northern Wrestling Federation. What about the tag team scene here? It couldn't be any hotter. And the Northern Wrestling Federation tag team titles are going to be on the line when we return here because of what we saw here tonight. First of all, we had a matchup between David Tyler going one-on-one with the outlaw Matt Stevens. In that matchup, if David Tyler was victorious, he and Jordan Clearwater a tag team title opportunity when we return here on May the 20th. It looked like David Tyler had that matchup won until Ryan Stone came out. Referee was knocked down. Ryan Stone came out, hit that cutter on David Tyler, which allowed Matt Stevens to pick up a very tainted victory in that matchup. A little bit later on in the night, though, we saw Jordan Clearwater going one-on-one with Ryan Stone. Same stipulation applied. If Jordan Clearwater was able to pick up that win, he and David Tyler would get that tag team title opportunity. Ryan Stone literally beat Jordan Clearwater from pillar to post. It was one of the most brutal beatings we have seen here in an NWF ring in a long, long time. But the thing of it was, is Ryan Stone, he wasn't looking to pin Jordan Clearwater. He made that evident. He wanted to hurt the man. He wanted to humiliate the man. And he wanted nothing more than to put Jordan Clearwater out of the Northern Wrestling Federation. Well, luckily, David Tyler came down to ringside, momentarily was able to distract Ryan Stone, and Jordan Clearwater caught him with a small package and got a huge 1-2-3 victory over Ryan Stone. Therefore, May 20th, Jordan Clearwater and David Tyler are going to take on Tough Justice for the Northern Wrestling Federation tag team titles. And those two teams, man, they were going at it all night long, boss man. Speaking of things that were going on all night long, what about Thunderdome? What an epic matchup it was. 8 men battling for the Northern Wrestling Federation Championship inside of that steel cage. We saw so much incredible action. We saw careers shortened for sure after some of the brutality displayed in Thunderdome. What about some of the action there that we saw? Pompano Joe throwing powder in the face of Larry D to eliminate the legendary one in that big Thunderdome matchup. What about Calypso, the golden ticket holder? He came down, tried to get into Thunderdome. He was immediately attacked by Ryan Stone, as well as Matt Stevens and Jay Donaldson, just taunting from inside the cage. Calypso, after several minutes, was eventually able to make it into Thunderdome, diving off the top of the cage onto Jay Donaldson. What an incredible move that was. Calypso really making a big impact here tonight at Thunderdome. Talking about making an impact, though, you can't forget Muldoon making a shocking return. Here's the Northern Wrestling Federation former NWF champion. He fared very well for himself as well in Thunderdome, but ultimately there towards the end, it came down to the final three men being Jay Donaldson, the Titan, and Pompano Joe. This was after all kinds of back and forth action. We saw Jordan Clearwater, David Tyler out there. Tough Justice were involved. Calypso came back out, looked like he was going to cash in the golden ticket at one point. It was so much chaos, so much pandemonium in Thunderdome. But when that final three came down, Jay Donaldson, finally Jay Donaldson had the tables turned on him because Calypso distracted him long enough for the Titan to roll him up from behind, get the 1-2-3, leaving Titan and Pompano Joe as your final two men in that matchup. The Titan, Pompano Joe, they went back and forth, incredible action, but in the end, the Titan, in one of the most brutal matches we've ever seen here in the Northern Wrestling Federation, retained his championship. He is still the champion, walking out of Thunderdome victorious. But then, boss man,
Don't remind me.
then we saw one of the most treacherous and disgusting things we've ever seen here in the Northern Wrestling Federation. As the Titan celebrated his Thunderdome victory, a masked man came into the ring and brutally assaulted him. Using a steel chair, this masked individual laid the Titan out in a pool of his own blood. And then, with all the attention focused on him, this masked man pulled off his hood to reveal none other than Nasty Russ.
You know, Nate, I don't mean to interrupt you, but as you were saying, it was a disgusting display what we've seen tonight in Thunderdome. You know, it was 8 long months ago that Nasty Russ lost a loser leaves the NWF match. You know, and Nasty Russ left on good terms. Nasty Russ left the NWF a fan favorite. Nasty Russ did it the right way. But he returns tonight, and what does he do to the fans' hearts? He breaks the fans' heart. You know, he split the Titan wide open behind the ear. There's going to be staples involved in getting him cleaned up and closed up. Well, I don't know what we're going to do. Nasty Russ is not part of the Northern Wrestling Federation. He is not a contract wrestler. We're going to have to go over legal issues on this. Who knows what's going to happen? But what we saw tonight, I have to agree with you, was absolutely disgusting.
Chiron, I want you to look me dead in the eyes right now, and I want you to know that I am the bigger, badder man. Chiron, I had you beat tonight. The ref was down. I threw you out. The entire UAW hall saw it. And then, like the lying, no good, conniving little coward that you are, you snuck back in and stole my victory. I bet you feel real good about that, don't you, Chiron? Well, you know what? Next month, right back here at the UAW hall, I have some backup. That's right. We're introducing a third man into this equation, and it's my tag team partner, my life partner, the Swinger. He's going to be reffing our match, and I know this man can take the roughest, toughest blows and stay standing.
Now, NWF Army, you saw exactly what happened. Jake beat Chiron. He threw him over the top rope. But unfortunately, the referee was down. But next month, here in Fairfield, I'm the special guest referee. Now, Jake, we're good friends. We're tag team partners. I'm going to call it right down the middle. There will be no miscarriage of justice this time around.
Oh, yeah, baby. Chiron, next month at the UAW hall, I'm coming to get you, and I'm going to be the biggest, baddest monster you've ever seen in your life.
Tough Justice. We didn't make it a clean sweep, but we got the job done. Jordan Clearwater, he got the job done. So, buddy, why don't you tell them what's going to happen next month in Fairfield?
Ryan Stone, you may be the greatest villain of all time, but I am the greatest hero of all time. And tonight, I proved that when I pinned your shoulders to the mat. And on Saturday, May 20th, David Tyler and I reclaim the NWF Tag Team Championships.
NWF Army, you just heard all about Thunderdome, but next week we're going to return to Bone Crushers. That's our home territory. We're in Bone Crushers, special 7 p.m. bell time. So be there at 6, bell time, 7 p.m.
Very limited seating at Bone Crushers, but what about the Northern Wrestling Federation's long-awaited return to Wilmington, Ohio? It's coming up Saturday night, May the 6th. We are back in Wilmington for the first time in many, many years. So many great memories of the NWF in Wilmington, Ohio. And on that big card, you're going to see a huge over-the-top rope Battle Royal. And of course, the NWF returns right here to Fairfield, Ohio, Saturday night, May the 20th. Already signed. We talked about earlier on that big matchup between Chiron and the big swinger Jake, with the special guest referee being Jerry Fitzgerald. We're also going to see another huge matchup that night, as we're going to see the Tag Team Championship on the line. Tough Justice set to defend against Jordan Clearwater and David Tyler. You're also going to see Big League go one-on-one with Brody Cormick. The winner of that matchup will be declared the leader of the Everyday Players. Folks, Northern Wrestling Federation action is so hot. We're on fire right now. We'll see you Saturday night at Bone Crushers. What in the world? What in the world is that? Who is this masked individual?
Who could it be?
What in the... This masked individual is assaulting the Titan here.
It's Nasty Russ!
Nasty Russ, what in the hell?
What is he doing here?
What in the world? Nasty Russ! He's been the Titans' best friend! He lost to Loser Leaves the NWF match last year at FanFest!
No, he's not
Nasty Russ, come on! Russ, no!
They're congratulating his friend.
Oh! What in the world? What in the world has Nasty Russ done? Nasty Russ
What point is he trying to make?
is brutally assaulted the Titan. The Titan, after going through Thunderdome, after going through 7 other men, and now this. Not only just this, but this by a man who was his best friend, his traveling partner, his teammate. D-spin at one point. Oh! Nasty driver through the chair. At one point, these men comprised a team known as the Thugs. But tonight, Nasty Russ has proven he is the biggest thug of them all.
Finally, some help coming, and Nasty Russ making his escape. Look at that, he's running out of the building.